really why we call it film career is because ultimately the goal should be to serve the audience. And even in a client to client, they have an audience. And what do they need to hear? What do they need to see to be moved? Somebody could argue to say they're moved to buy, and it's capitalism and business, and it's all money and just transaction things, whatever, which I don't have a problem with. But as if paying to go to see a movie is not. Let's be honest, or buying a DVD or buying the t-shirt pin that matches, or the other, ancillary products that come out. So both are a business. I mean, there's nonprofit elements to both, but I mean, in general, they both are a business. And the audience should be the focus. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever department you serve in, should be for that. That's, to me, where the excitement comes in. And it changes, it's not always the same. The other thing that kind of makes me scratch my head, I guess, when trying to draw the distinctions is, what about film directors that direct commercials or then go make documentaries? Like, so are they being videographers in the meantime, or are they still filmmakers, or are they not as professional of a director? Or so again, since I don't have some other perspectives here, unfortunately, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear. Tom Hooper, that directed Les Mis and a variety of films, has directed for Capital One, and Michael Bay has directed for a variety of brands and made films. I guess it could be argued that some of his films may be more for brands than film in itself, but that aside. But technically, he's just a very well-renowned, director. And then there's documentary. Ron Howard has done documentary and he does films. Fantastic. I mean, he's an excellent director. So which is it? Because really, in my mind, promotional, corporate, especially interview-based content are like mini documentaries, and a lot of times you're doing interviews. Again, a lot of these same principles apply. How to direct an interview is a skill. How to light and set up cameras and communicate through backgrounds and tell story through those interviews are all things to be educated and learn and grow in. And are the same types of words being used in the narrative space of storytelling. So
no, I think it's
I think it's actually pretty important to be open to both. Mm-hmm. I know, so from Andrew's experience, he does both. I know he takes more of a cinematic approach. He has hired bigger crew, which has allowed, let me jump in and speculate again. Perhaps the film thing is, again, back to the crew size and the departments mm-hmm. and stuff. I know for me, like, I do a lot of interview when I'm doing producing side of things. I do a lot of editing, and I do a lot of color for other corporate, I've done stuff for you on some of your projects, Andrew, but I also do editing and color for films and feature-length documentaries, and even one that's coming to theaters this fall. So I do both, and I don't feel any client on the phone call going, so are you a video guy or are you a film guy? Because I only can work with one or the other.
Right.
It's never that. Never does anyone ever ask either side of it, which is part of, I guess, my perspective of the overarching skills are, I want to say ubiquitous.
Yeah.
It's a big word. Equal to both sides. And we just filmed a straight up narrative trailer for a TV show. Excuse me. That's they're going to funding, for later this fall. So we're very definitely doing both.